Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of 2nd Maccabees, the 11th chapter. Not long after that, Lysias, the king's protector and cousin, who also managed the affairs, took sore displeasure for the things that were done. So when we heard word of this, he was pretty upset at it. And when he had gathered about 80,000 with all the horsemen, he came against the Jews, thinking to make the city an habitation of the Gentiles. So he brought an army to fight against the Jews, to take it over, and as it says, make it a habitation of the Gentiles, to give it over to them, and to make a gain of the temple, right? Sell the things in it and so on, as of the other, or, take all the riches and spoils that were in the temple, as of the other chapels of the heathen, and to set the high priesthood to sale every year, right? That's crazy. He would basically sell that position, basically to go to the highest bidder. Now, not at all considering the power of God, but puffed up with his 10,000 of footmen, thousands of footmen, and his thousands of horsemen, and his 80 elephants. So he came to Judea and drew near to Bethsura, which was a strong town, but distant from Jerusalem about 5 furlongs, and he laid sore siege onto it. So he cut off all the routes, the supplies, and basically try to get into the city. Now when they that were with Maccabeus heard that he besieged the holds, they and all the people with lamentation and tears besought the Lord that he would send a good angel to deliver Israel. Then Maccabeus himself first of all took weapons, exhorting the other that they would jeopardize themselves together with him to help their brethren. So they went forth together with a willing mind. So he basically encouraged them to go ahead and to go and deliver their brethren. And as they were at Jerusalem, there appeared before them on horseback one in white clothing, shaking his armor of gold. So he had white clothing and golden armor. And they praised the merciful God altogether, and took heart, insomuch that they were ready not only to fight with men, but with most cruel beasts, and to pierce through walls of iron. So they were so amped up, their spirits were so high after seeing this, that they felt like they could take on anybody. The wildest beasts, even walls of iron, they could break through that if need be. Thus they marched forward in their armor, having an helper from heaven, for the Lord was merciful unto them, and giving a charge upon their enemies like lions, they slew 11,000 footmen and 1,600 horsemen, and put all the other to flight. Many of them also, being wounded, escaped naked. And Lysias himself fled away shamefully, and so escaped. So he got a dose of reality, like, yeah, okay, hold on. Reality check says, don't mess with these people. Who, as he was a man of understanding, so Lysias wasn't an idiot, casting with himself what loss he had, and considering that the Hebrews could not be overcome, because the Almighty God helped them, he sent on to them. So he thought about it real long and hard, and he said, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to make an enemy out of these people, because if I go to war, I'm going to lose. It's not just them. They have this God with them. So you know what? If you can't beat them, join them. So he says, he sent onto them and persuaded them to agree to all reasonable conditions, and promised that he would persuade the king that he must needs be a friend unto them. So he would basically put Antiochus V in a good mind, and basically tell him that it's in his best interest to be allied, right, with the Jews. Then Maccabeus consented to all that Lysias desired, being careful of the common good. So considering what would be good for the people, he agreed to what the terms, right, Lysias sent. And whatsoever Maccabeus wrote unto Lysias concerning the Jews, the king granted it. So whatever requests they had, the king, allowed them. For there were letters written unto the Jews from Lysias to this effect: Lysias unto the people of Jews, or of the Jews, sendeth greeting. John and Absalom, who were sent from you, delivered me the petition subscribed, and made request for the performance of the contents thereof. So the message you sent by their hand, I received it. They asked for the things that you guys want to be done. Therefore, what things soever were meet to be reported to the king, I have declared them, and he hath granted as much as might be. So all the things that needed to come to the ears of the king, or needed his permission, I let him know, and he has given the okay. And if then ye will keep yourselves loyal to the estate, hereafter also will I endeavor to be a means of your good. So if you continue to be loyal to us and remain in a good standing with us, I will be the means of your good, right? I'm gonna look out for you. But of the particulars I have given order both to these and the other that came from me to commune with you, right? So the details I've given order to your servants and those that I sent to come and discuss it with you. Fare ye well. The 108 and 40th year, the 24th day of the month, Dios Corinthius. So just like today, you have your January, February, October, November, December. They also had different names for their months. Now, when you look it up, there isn't really much you can find on what exact month this would equate to. But nonetheless, that's what they had. Now the king's letter contained these words: King Antiochus unto his brother Lysias sendeth greeting. Since our father is translated unto the gods, being Antiochus Epiphanes, our will is that they that are in our realm live quietly, that every one may attend upon his own affairs. We understand also that the Jews would not consent to our father for it to be brought unto the custom of the Gentiles, but had rather keep their own manner of living. For the which cause they require of us that we would suffer them to live after their own laws. So he's like, I understand that the Jews, no matter what Antiochus Epiphanes did, they did not, want us to come to the custom of the Gentiles, but rather to live after their own ways. Wherefore our mind is that this nation shall be in rest, and we have determined to restore them their temple, that they may live according to the customs of their forefathers. Thou shalt do well, therefore, to send unto them. So this was the king's message to Lysias. So he's speaking to Lysias, and grant them peace, that when they are certified of our mind, they may be of good comfort, and ever go cheerfully about their own affairs. So basically, they could put an end to the back and forths and the tension between the Jews and them. And the letter of the king unto the nation of the Jews was after this manner. And this is what Antiochus wrote, Eupator that is, wrote to the actual Jews himself. King Antiochus sendeth greeting unto the council and the rest of the Jews. If ye fare well, we have our desire. Right? So as long as everything is good with you, hey, that's all we can ask for. We are also in good health. Menelaus declared unto us that your desire was to return home and to follow your own business. So you had certain Jews that were in different parts of the of the empire, right? So he's saying here that that basically, if you want to return back to Jerusalem, right, and follow your own business, to follow your customs and so on, you can go ahead. Wherefore they that will depart shall have safe conduct till the 30th year of Xanthicus with security. And the Jews shall use their own kind of meats and laws as before, and none of them any manner of ways shall be molested for things ignorantly done. Meaning, they can, like anybody who wants to leave up until the 30th day of the month, Xanthicus, you have security, free passage to go ahead. Also, they could use whatever meats and so on laws that they keep for whatever it is that they do, and basically to forgive, right? Not to punish anybody that does any sin or transgresses anything ignorantly here. Okay, that's what it means by molested, right? As in to like to to do wrong to them. I have sent also Menelaus that he may comfort you. Fare ye well. In the 148th year, in the 15th day of the month Xanthicus, the Romans also sent unto them a letter containing these words: Quintus Memmius and Titus Manlius, ambassadors of the Romans, send greetings unto the people of the Jews. Whatsoever Lysias, the king's cousin, hath granted, therewith we also are well pleased. So all the things that they're willing to allow you to do sounds good to us. But touching such things as he judged to be referred to the king, after ye have advised thereof. So the certain details or certain extra things that Lysias said that needs to be brought before the king's attention. Once you have advised thereof, meaning you've come up with what you actually want, what terms do you want, what conditions do you want, send one forthwith that we may declare as it is convenient for you. Because as it says, for we are now going to Antioch. So they're saying, look, we're going there to speak to Antiochus. We got business over there. So if there's anything, you let us know and we can basically bring it to pass on your behalf. Because the Romans had authority over them. Therefore, send some with speed, that we may know what is your mind. So send somebody quickly so we can know what it is that you want, what it is you need. So when we get there, we can know how to discuss it on your behalf. Farewell. This 108th year, the 15th day of the month Xanthicus. And that brings us to the end of the book of 2nd Maccabees, the 11th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rifah Kodesh. And until next time, Shalom.